How are you?
I'm good. Really good.
Very
Very
pregnant.
pregnant. Breathing hard, just even going up those tiny steps. So it's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
So
Different.
I haven't seen Laryn in, I don't know, probably 5 months, 4 or 5 months. And all of a sudden she shows up and she's going to have a baby in 5 weeks. Very pregnant.
Very big.
I'm just like, what the heck?
Been
So
busy.
let's start there. How is pregnancy?
It is beautiful, but it's tiring.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing what the woman's body can do. Yeah, it's been good for me. I always hear people always ask me like, "What's your cravings?" But I don't really have cravings. I don't crave like funny things like hot Cheetos with like cheese dip. Like I don't know. I just like apples. That's the only thing I've been really craving. So yeah, food wise, it's been pretty normal. The only thing is heartburn, real bad heartburn. Um, Sore when I walk, but I'm trying to stay moving, like walking and
Yeah.
I definitely want to try to get back into dancing right away. So that's why I'm trying to stay working out as much as I can. Yeah.
What's your goal from giving birth to dancing?
The weekend after. Just kidding. There's a big powwow in Edmonton in October. It's called Expo. That's
Okay.
what kind of my goal. So that gives me like 3 months.
Okay.
And I think I can. I know I can do it if I just stay consistent. But again, I never know how the birth is gonna go, how I'll be after. But I do want to continue dancing because I feel like I'm missing a part of myself from not dancing. Because I dance when I feel sad, if I'm happy or mad, and not having that at all has been really tough. So that's like I guess a tough part of this pregnancy is not being able to dance. But of course, I'm bringing life into this world, so I'm trying to be like grateful, but at the same time, I'm like, oh man, I miss dancing. I've gone to a few powwows and watching, just spectating is like so boring. I'm like, how do people just go watch? But yeah, so
it's like everything that's like worth it has like a little bit of sacrifice.
Yes, big time. Yeah,
and it's probably like a good thing for you to like just learn how to sit still for a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm always on the go. I'm like, I'm going to this powwow in North Dakota, then I'm going to go to this powwow in Washington, then we're going to go down to Alabama. It's nice to kind of just like be at home and
I'm always
chill.
trying to hang out with you or box with you, and you're just across the world. I'm just like, fine.
I'm in Florida. Sorry, I'll come work out when I get back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and when do you think you'll start boxing again?
That's what I wanted to add. I definitely want to go back and work out with you when I do get back to working out because I think the workouts I do with you really help me get in shape and dancing shape because I feel like boxing is the biggest workout that helps with dancing. It's like endurance, mainly endurance because that's kind of what you need with dancing. So I'm hoping to come back to you right away when I'm good to go, when I get the okay from the doctor. So
yeah,
I'll be back.
It's good because it's funny, like when you and Shannon come, and then like you just make the workouts look easy, and then my boxes are just like, what the heck? They just show up and can skip forever, and they just don't understand what you guys do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But so I guess for okay, this is what I want to talk about mostly is powwow dancing. I want to like dive into like your mindset behind it, your like mentality behind it, because you're obviously one of the best in the world.
Oh, thank you.
Just humble. Try to be humble. It's like so like what goes through your head like before a competition or even like a day out of a competition, especially those big ones?
Probably the day before, I'm always thinking, okay, I need to eat good. I need to make sure I eat clean. I need to make sure I get rest. I'm always nervous every single time people ask me that. Like, do you still get nervous? Like, yeah, to this day, I still get nervous for like every contest. Nervous for the songs. But the thing I always try to remember is to have fun. Like, don't take it too serious because I know a lot of dancers take it like really, really serious where it's kind of, you take the fun out of it because you're worried about your competition. you're worried about getting a new shawl and dress for Saturday night, or you're stressing about the songs, or you're working out like, I don't know, twice a day where it's not fun anymore. So I'm always trying to make sure I'm having fun. So that's kind of my biggest thing, is to have fun. And I do have fun, with the songs we get, or if there's a cool dance special we get to go dance in. But I just try to stay focused, but at the same time, yeah, have fun, making sure I'm putting good things in my body. Just like you're getting ready for a boxing match, like you're nervous, you're excited, of course, too. Like I get excited, especially at like a big powwow where there's a lot of competition, really good drums. Say you have a new shawl and dress, or you have new beadwork, and it's a really thrilling experience and feeling going out there and then giving it your all. And of course, when you're in shape, it's even more fun because you're not
worried,
huffing and puffing out there like what I'm doing right now. But it makes it more fun when you're in shape and you can keep on dancing.
It's funny because like that's exactly how boxing is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I have some boxers that have fun, and I have other boxers who just like get in their own head. They get so worked up, and then if they lose, they don't come to the gym for a week, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes months. And some people will do a fight and they'll do so badly, or it didn't go how they thought, and they actually never come back to the gym.
Really?
Because they just got so bummed out in their head.
Wow.
And it's like, it's pretty wild. Like the mental side of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you should be just like having fun.
Exactly.
It's like, this is the time to go have fun. But it's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's hard. But were you in Manitoba?
I was at Manitowoc Powwow. Yeah. I went to go support I have a niece that was head young lady dancer. Then I have a really close friend that was head woman dancer. So my mom and I, we know these Hutterites. I don't know if you know what Hutterites are, but they make these really nice blankets, but they ordered blankets. So we brought them over there for them, and then we donated blankets. So we went to support. But even being there, there's like 2 women's fancy specials. There was like a jingle special. And I was like, man, I wish I could be out there. But yeah, it was.
Even the stage that was built?
Oh, yeah, that fancy dance thing on Friday. Yeah, that was cool. I was like, where was this when I was dancing?
Because Desi danced.
Yeah.
I was like, that is
It was
wild.
cool. Like
I watched that dance off like 10 times probably. I was like,
yeah.
And the floor is just lighting up.
Yeah, that was a really cool setup. It like when they stepped, it like lit up. I was like, oh, I never seen that before. So that was cool. It's like, must be nice. Sitting there holding my stomach, like, couldn't do this last year. Just kidding.
Oh no, no. Okay. That's cool though. That's like things like that. Like, you know, obviously these are like traditions and stuff, but to add some modern to it.
Yeah, you see how they're like evolving today. Like even I have a friend, his name's Patrick Mitswing. He's kind of put it out there that he wants to do something like kind of like boxing, where like 2 dancers go against each other on like kind of like what they did, I guess, in that special, where it's like a stage and then it's like different rounds and you got to like keep moving up in the bracket. So he's
like
talked to me about doing something like that with like women's fancy and men's fancy. And
that would be cool to do a tournament.
Yeah. So it gets pretty creative. People get pretty creative with how they run stuff like that nowadays. Now it's very high intense and exciting, and the lights. So
yeah.
That'd
be. I'm just thinking about that.
You're like, now I want to sponsor one by Sandman Boxing.
That's cool though. What about you know, like it's exciting and you know, you get nervous every time. So like what do you do when you have like doubt, or sometimes you've got like, how many powwows you go to, you must like feel burnt out sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And then you just push through it and dance anyways, or do sometimes you just like chill?
Before I used to push through it, but then it wasn't fun anymore because it's like I was just going out there, just doing it just because, I don't know, we were hitting all these different powwows. But I've learned now, especially now being pregnant, that it's good to take a break. Like I had plantar fasciitis and that was really painful. And the only thing that helped was taking a break. So I remember I took like, I don't know, 2 months off, and that helped. So I have to keep reminding myself to it's okay to take a step back. Like you're not going to miss out on anything. Maybe you'll miss out on like these couple powwows or these specials or this prize money, because you do win prize money in these competitions, but it's okay to like take a break. Like don't do it if you feel like you're not having fun. Cause yeah, I was like burnt out. I was tired. It was just like a routine. And when I found out, I found myself when I'm dancing and watching videos, like I was just out there just dancing. Like I wasn't, my heart wasn't in it
Right.
because I was tired. Cause in the summertime, especially, there's like weekend powwows and there's like a weekday powwow. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday, you're back at another
Mm.
powwow. Then you're back at another weekday powwow. So it's just like
Oh,
back to back to back to back to back. And I can't do those anymore.
right.
I like my weeks off and like relaxing or getting rest, resting up for the next weekend. So yeah, definitely it's okay to take a break when you need it.
So what are like maybe is there like maybe a couple powwows that you just do not want to miss? Like what's like your go-to ones every year that you love being at?
Probably there's a couple in the summer. Like there's one in the ones in Minnesota I really like Prairie Island Powell. It's just outside of Minneapolis. Shakopee is a good one, the end of August. Another one in Minnesota. Manitoba's been kind of a bigger one in Canada, so that's a really good one. So those three. Um yeah, those are probably my only really favorite ones. I really like to go to, obviously can't go to them this summer because I'll be with a newborn, but next year be at all those powwows. So yeah.
Yeah. And what about so when you're full-time dancing season's on, what are you doing to train when you're not dancing?
You want me to give away all my secrets?
Oh.
Just kidding. No, no. People always ask me that.
Just
Yeah.
make up stuff that doesn't have anything to do
I
with
just walk.
it. Yeah, I just walk. I just walk and
My older brother Terrence, he really I think helped me become the dancer I was when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was really chubby. I was short. I didn't really care for school. Like in high school, I didn't really. Well, before grade 12, I didn't really care. I knew I wanted to be a champion dancer in my head because my mom, Irene, she's kind of the reason why I wanted to dance fancy. She is a world champion dancer, especially in the 80s and 90s. I think she was a really big trend setter as well. But I knew I wanted to be like her. I remember watching her in an endurance special when I was real small and I was sitting on the sidelines and my mom just kept like dancing and dancing and dancing. Like she didn't even look tired. And she was a little bit older, probably in her 40s by then. And I was just like, wow, like I'm going to do that when I'm older. I already know I'm going to be just like her when I'm older. But here I'm like chubby. I don't do anything really active. But my brother, he's a grass dancer. He's a little bit older than me, but he kind of helped me train when I kind of wanted to take dancing more serious. So, for example, one of the workouts we would do, there's a building at the U of S, the arts building with the stairs. I don't know if you ever see that building. It has like 13 flights of stairs. We'd run those stairs. We'd run them like, we start off with like 3 sets. Then like the next day we'd work up to like 5. And I remember I was running those stairs like 12 times. Sometimes I throw on like an elevation mask.
nice.
That helps because especially if you're competing in somewhere like Colorado where the elevation's high, or if you're competing in like Albuquerque where Gathering of Nations is, the elevation's super high. And I learned that the hard way dancing there when I was younger, and you're just like tired as soon as the song started because you're not used to that elevation. We live in flat Saskatchewan. So an elevation mask I started running with it. I started practicing dancing with it. And then during COVID, I seen my really good friend Credence, who I met you through her.
Mm-hmm.
I started seeing her on Snap, and she was working out in somebody's garage boxing. I was like, that looks really cool. I've always wanted to try boxing because for the workouts, and then obviously if I ever need a fight, but I don't condone violence. So I remember I slid up on her thing. I was like, where are you at? She was like, oh, I'm at my friend Cole's. I was like, that looks cool. Like, does he take other people? And she's like, yeah, come. So then I met Cole. And I think boxing, besides the other workouts my brother would do with me, I think boxing really, really helped elevate my dancing because I found I could dance longer. You do like all the like footwork stuff in boxing, that too. It just made me more faster. So I really owe a lot to boxing, which is why I always like coming back. I didn't start boxing to be a boxer. I kind of did it to help make me a better dancer, more stronger. I know the older you get, it's harder to kind of keep like the weight off and just to stay active. So I really liked boxing. So I think that was like a really big one that helped me with my dancing, was all the torturous workouts I would do with you and all the burpees. And yeah, so even though it's torture, it's fun to me. I like doing workouts like that. So yeah,
Now we just gotta get you in the ring.
I know. Yes, that's there's still
Just
time.
once, eh?
Yes,
Just
I want
one
to.
time.
I think I can do it.
Shannon too wants to.
Does she?
She wants to try it.
Yeah. After I seen Credence do it, I was like, I want to
Yeah.
do it too. So
And Credence too. She's like, I want to do that again.
yeah, she's a beast.
She's
Her
not-
and Shannon, they're awesome.
Yeah. And you were talking about Gathering of Nations.
Mhm.
I thought we don't talk about that anymore.
That was blacklisted, I guess. It was a good power, but I don't know. Kind of went a little bit downhill there.
Yeah. And then, so after you train, you do a powwow. What is recovery like?
I try to take a day off, like Monday. I see people go right into the gym, which is awesome. Like no days off. But for me, I think it's good to give your body a break. So usually like on the Monday, I'll kind of relax or go get a pedicure or something. But then as soon as like Tuesday comes, I try to get back right on working out because I don't know, it helps to just keep going. But of course, like I said, listen to your body. Don't push yourself too much where you can injure yourself, because that's happened to me before.
I guess for injuries and speaking of
pedicures, yeah.
like what's the damage like on feet?
Oh, it's rank. I have blisters on my feet. Like I said, I got plantar fasciitis, and I could barely go on my toes. It affected my dancing, where I was just in pain dancing, but I would still go out there and try to push through the pain, and then I'm probably just adding more damage to my foot. I've twisted my ankles I don't know how many times. I've pulled muscles in my calves before, probably from not stretching enough, but yeah, it takes a really big toll on your body dancing, especially because you're dancing from like concrete to like really thick grass. I've danced on sand before, and there's just like little patches of grass. I've danced on like rocks.
It's like just a thin carpet.
Yeah,
and then
the indoor
concrete,
powwows.
right?
Yeah. Then when you're outside, you're dancing
just,
on
high
everything.
Pressure, right? Just all that.
Yep, danced in like mud before because it rained, and they still made us dance. It's like you're dancing in like quicksand, and you're sinking. So you dance on everything. And, danced on a little cardboard before because the ground was too wet. So it's crazy, but we do it for powwow.
I think, and I might be wrong, but I think the term is getting bucked off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the right term.
Do you remember the worst that's happened for you?
The worst? Oh,
do you have like PTSD?
Yes, there's so many. I probably have a bunch of videos that I could probably
just a compilation.
Show. Yeah. Probably in like a spotlight where I stopped too soon, and like you're the only one out there. Everyone's watching you, so there's no hiding behind another dancer. Probably, I think at Sixica Powwow like 2 years ago, I like paused. I don't know why I did. I think I was just overthinking it. Like even that, like I was too nervous, right? And I like hesitated and I stopped, and yeah, that is embarrassing. Yeah, there's so many times I get bucked off. Again, you have to keep up with all these new songs. So like always being on YouTube and listening to all the drum groups and what new songs they come out with, because a lot of drum groups come up with like songs that stop in the middle, or they have like a tricky stop, so you gotta like listen to the song. So it's just like doing your homework and keeping up with all these drums and their new songs.
So sometimes do they try and make them tricky?
Yeah, like purposely, like why did you stop there? That made no sense. You're just obviously trying to embarrass us. Yeah, there's a lot of drum groups like that. I think they purposely want to like buck you off. So you gotta do your homework.
And so when that happens, do you like get over it pretty quickly? Or sometimes does it stick with you where you're like, ooh?
It's kind of sticks with me, like the spotlight one. Like I'd ask, like, I don't know, my mom, like, was it really that bad noticeable? And she's like, yeah, it kind of was. Like, but you have to just shake it off. Like, what can you do? Like everyone goes through it. Everyone gets bucked off. Just, I don't know, learn the song and try harder next time. So, yeah.
So I know for you, and it's probably different for everybody, but like when it comes to like, like your culture
Mhm.
and like your spirit and energy and all that,
Mhm.
how do you try and keep that, with your performance while you're dancing? Because there's some things you do specifically, maybe like before or after or during.
Um, well, I guess when it comes to like spirituality and culture, I was really fortunate enough to come from my reserve's Niigani First Nation. It's located in the Cypress Hills, so close to like Maple Creek, Silver Current, and it's the only reserve in that area. We're really isolated from everyone, but I was fortunate enough that we were a very spiritual community. We're one of the only reserves in Canada that never had a church on their reserve. Like we never had we had kids from our reserve go to residential school, but we didn't have a church. So we're really integrated with our ceremonies. Like we still have our Sundance, we have all our like ghost dance, we have all these different ceremonies. So that's what has kept me grounded because I was always taught from my late grandparents to keep balance. So know who you are and your native Indian side, and then of course the mainstream side, like education wise and all that. But going back to my ceremonies all the time, we're getting ready for our Sundance, our big lodge here in about 2 weeks, and I think making sure that those are always a priority in my life has kept me safe and kept me grounded. Um, in the power world, it does look fun, like all these like questions you're asking me, but if there's always a negative side to everything. So like personally, like I went through bullying in dancing
Mm-hmm.
from like older women that I was dancing against when I got into women's when I was 18. And that was really hard, and that took a really big toll on my mental health where I wanted to quit. I didn't want to dance anymore, but I'm thankful that I had my late Nookum. She just passed away in last year, but I'm thankful I had her. My mom was like my biggest supporter, and I just always knew I could go home and I'd have our ceremonies there. And when you go into them, they help you. They help you have a clear mind, because there's times where I'm just like angry and I want to go blast these women that made me feel like that, or I want to go up to them and want to fight them, but that's not what we're supposed to do. I wasn't taught that. I was taught to just kind of like let it go. They're probably going through whatever. So I owe a lot to my ceremonies, and I'm really thankful that I had that. I still have that to this day to go back to and kind of keep me grounded in with all the travels I do. I think that's, like I said, it's kept me safe. My prayers from my grandparents and my uncles, all the prayers we do in our all of our ceremonies is what's kept me like still dancing to this day. Because like I said, there's so many times I wanted to quit, and I'm glad I never did. I didn't let those people win.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I owe a lot to, I guess, where I come from. Thankful that I come from where I come from.
I feel like I hear that a lot. You know, for whatever reason, I'm friends with a lot of power
Yeah,
dancers.
I know. All of a sudden, Cole knows this person, this person, this person. How the heck do you know them?
But I think I hear that from everybody.
Hmm.
Like the bullying,
Yeah.
uh, and then also like the politics involved,
Oh yeah.
which make it very hard. Some people don't like. There's like certain powwows that they won't go to even, or
Hmm.
things like that. They don't want to. Um, so like what? How would you even change that, or how would you even begin to change that?
I guess there's a new generation coming into powwows, and when I was dancing, a lot of young people would always kind of come up to me and ask for like advice or say that they really like my dancing. So I'm always welcoming and warm welcoming to these young people, because I know what it's like to have an idol that you really look up to and find out they're
Right.
not the greatest person, or that they're saying this about you, or they're secretly, maybe they're mad that you beat them because you're like 18 and they're what, 30, and you're just fresh into women's. So I guess it would be just to teach the younger generation that you don't need to be like that. Don't take competition too serious, because again, these older women that I had to deal with, I think, took it too serious. Maybe it was their, I don't know, their income, and I was messing that up by like
Right.
winning here and there. I didn't beat them all the time, but there was times where I did beat them at like big pows, and I'm sure maybe that pissed them off. Again, I don't know their story. I can't speak for them, but yeah, just teach the younger generation coming up into adults or that are new to powwows, that to be kind to one another, have fun while you're dancing. Don't take it too serious. If there's a young girl coming up to women's, like, welcome them, because it's a really ugly feeling to not feel welcomed, like coming into a new age category, coming into women. So when all that stuff happened, I kind of made it my vow to not treat anyone like that ever, because I don't ever want a young woman to feel like that, feeling discouraged, or where they want to quit, or they want to sell all their stuff and never powwow again. So that's the only thing I can think of is how to change it, because you can't change people. Like, right. they are the way they are. You can't change them, even if you beg them. I've learned that from, like, not just dancing, even dealing with people with addictions. So you just have to show the younger ones, this is how you should be. Like, be nice, be kind.
I don't know why you'd want someone to look at you like that anyways.
Yeah.
Like, everyone looks at you like that person's an asshole or something.
Some people, I think, are okay with it, but yeah.
I just went to Cypress Hills for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Just 2 weeks ago. So I did a run out there.
Nice. What'd you think of it?
It's nice.
Beautiful,
huh? It is. Like, not... Like, to run in is kind of sucks. There's so many hills.
And the elevation's a little bit higher there, too, yeah.
So that part. But, like, I wasn't running.
I was on hike. Yeah.
We're just enjoying. But yeah, it was a cool area. I never had been there before.
Yeah.
So
has really cool history too. So
yeah,
pretty interesting over there.
Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about was Vogue.
Oh, Vogue.
Yeah, that was nice. It's okay. I wanted to know how that happened, and then just what you thought of it.
So what year was that? This pregnancy brain, I can't remember anything. This was like 2021 too.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
My good friend Kenneth Shirley, he has his own dance company. It's called Indigenous Enterprise, and just out of the blue, I've known him since high school. I went to his prom with him actually in Phoenix when we were younger, so I've known him for a really long time. He's from Arizona, and yeah, we've been just really good buddies. And then all of a sudden, he was kind of coming up in the dance competition world, or not dance competition, dance troupe. I see. He just randomly asked me if I wanted to come to New York City and spend like a week there and do like performances at this theater for a week. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. I don't even think I was working or I was in school. I don't know. But yeah, he asked me to come. It was really fun. We danced at this theater every night. Same time, we had a whole show. They had animations of us where they talk about the history of each dance. It was really cool. It was a really fun experience. I've never gotten to experience anything like that, where it's like dance theater for powwow. And then they had invited some people to the show. I didn't know if I had no idea who they were, but I guess they're part of someone. One of them wrote articles for Vogue. And then all of a sudden, I don't even know what day that was, he like sent me a screenshot, and he's like a really hype guy. So it was just like all in caps. And he was like, you're in effing Vogue, and like exclamation mark. And I was like, no way. And I went on the website, and sure enough, I was on their website, on Vogue's website. There's like picture of me dancing. And that was a really cool experience, because that actually opened up a lot of doors for me dancing in New York City. Like, I got the opportunity. I didn't get the part, but I got the opportunity to audition for that Echo.
Oh, yeah,
and that was really cool. Like, even just getting asked to audition, like, I guess they reached out to Kenneth and they're like, can you give us the contact information for Laryn and the other girl, Acacia? And he was like, oh, you don't want mine? He's like, no, we want the two girls. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, here's their information. He's like, I didn't even get an audition. You guys did. So that was really cool. Like, I don't even care I didn't get the part, but that was just cool to, like, I've never acted before. But they just said, yeah, we've seen you dance and we thought you'd be like a really cool addition to this TV series we're going to have. So yeah, it opened up a lot of doors. I met a lot of cool people. Got to meet like designers. So yeah, shout out to Kenneth. He were kind of inviting me into his dance troupe. I don't dance for him as much anymore, just because I've been busy with like work and pregnant. So I can't just go and dance. Can't just up and leave. And now I'm going to have a baby, so I can't just, I mean, I still can, but kind of just want to be close to home with her. And yeah. So yeah, that was really cool.
Have you done much in like the designing world? Like, have you done modeling or anything like that, or even just like repped somebody's clothing?
My good friend Laryn, good day. She has a clothing line. I've been a part of her. She's really big in like the native fashion world. She does really cool designs. She kind of keeps it traditional with her tribal designs, and she incorporates that into her fashion. But she's getting really big, so I got to be a part of her clothing line a couple times and model for her. We got to go to Paris last year, and we got to do a show for Louis Vuitton, which was really really cool.
You're cool. What the heck? I forgot
that
about
was
that.
super random too. It was actually my partner Rooster that kind of got me on there because they asked him to because he has long hair, and at first they wanted to get men with long hair to come on, and then he kind of just said, "Hey, can she come?" And they're like, "Yeah." Does she want to dance? Like, because the guy that does the DJ Two Bears, he knows me. He knows that I dance, so we all brought our outfits over there thinking we were going to dance. And then last second, it was actually Pharrell Williams, his show. Last minute, he was like, no, they're not using their outfits. They're going to dance in like our Louis Vuitton clothes. So we're like, we got dance pow in our like Louis Vuitton clothes. So sure enough, we had like Louis Vuitton, like Jordans. We had like all the outfits are made in Louis Vuitton. My good friend Josie Little Sky and her husband are the ones that designed the new collection for Louis Vuitton. They kind of incorporated their tribal designs in like the bags too, so that was part of the show, but we were kind of part of the end show. So that was like a really really awesome opportunity. We got to go to the Louis Vuitton headquarters. I got to meet like, what's his name from Migos, Quavo. Like Quavo, like we were all at the after party and there's all these celebrities there and you're trying to be cool because you want to be like, oh my god, like I was running all over the place, like who else is here? But we've seen like him, like Bradley Cooper. Yeah, there's like a lot of celebrities. And we got to dance for them and it was fun. So that, I guess that's part of a modeling thing I did, but it was more dancing. So it's really cool that my dancing has taken me to like a lot of these places. So it's opened a lot of doors for me.
Do you feel like you like because like I obviously there's a lot of people who dance, and like at a high level, but not everybody gets opportunities.
Yeah.
Like, do you think you have like maybe like a skill or something for like just recognizing opportunities when they're opened, or like maybe you just say yes to more things, or like what do you think that is?
Obviously the people I know, I've made a lot of friendships and connections throughout my years of dancing. Like I told you in the beginning, when I was a real chubby little girl, I was really, really shy, like super shy. You would never catch me on a podcast back then or talking in front of anyone. But
even when I first met you, to be honest,
well, I was quiet.
You were just like quiet, and then all of a sudden,
kind of warmed up a little bit more.
Warmed up, and
yeah, I think I've come out of my shell a lot more. But yeah, I think I just got a lot of these opportunities because I'm finding that I'm more talkable or more open, more not as shy. Yeah, and then I guess like the people that I've met, they've opened these doors for me, so I owe a lot to them. I can't take the full credit because it was these people that kind of invited me to these places. So yeah, I'm just glad that I've gotten to meet these people that have given me these opportunities, and I hope other people get to experience things like that in their lifetime. So yeah, I guess I just owe it to not being as shy anymore and being a more talkative person
and being a nice person.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, like ever since I've known you, you've been a really good friend. You're like always positive. You're always like, we're always laughing.
I know, yeah.
We're always laughing.
Yeah, we are.
It's always like good times, laughing.
Yeah.
It's never negative. It's never like, so I feel like you're probably like that most of the time. So other people recognize that in you too. Like, this is a good person.
Yeah.
Let's help her do good things.
Yes.
So,
I agree.
Because if you're not like that, no one wants to be around you.
Yeah.
So they're not going to invite you places.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good of a dancer you are. If no one wants to be around you,
yeah,
you're not going to get invited anywhere.
Exactly.
So I think that's like, obviously, it's the connections you make and the people you know, but it's also like you're a good person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot. But yeah, I totally agree. I know a lot of really, really good dancers who just have like not the greatest attitude or personality. So yeah, exactly like what you said. You could be the greatest dancer in the world, but if you're not a nice person, then no one's gonna want to invite you to these places.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Do you think it's changed? Do you think you've changed or kind of maybe had to change a little bit since you've been more in the public eye? Because I feel like in the dance world, most people know who you are.
Yeah.
Right? Most people know your name. You win a lot. You're a great dancer. So do you think that's had to like kind of change your mentality around things?
Yeah, for sure. Having thicker skin, I've had to learn to not let everything get to me, because there was times where I would be at home crying to my mom saying I want to quit powwows. I don't want to do this anymore. And she told me what her late dad told her, that if you're going to be in this world, if you're going to be a part of powwows, you have to learn to have thick skin, because these people are going to want to bring you down, or they don't want to see you dance anymore. There's actually people out there like that, and you have to just learn to ignore it. As easy as that sounds, it's not easy. I'm a true testimony of that. I'm trying to ignore it, and nothing works, but you literally just have to ignore it and just like turn the other way, focus on people that care about you, that want to be around you. Don't focus on the negative. So that's probably the biggest thing that I've had to do, is grow really thick skin, because I've been shoved in lineups before. I've had people say stuff about me online. I've had people come up to me, and so it's crazy, but I'm just learning not to let that bother me. And I guess that's kind of one of the biggest things I tell young girls, and the biggest thing I want to teach my daughters, not to let things like that bother you. Just ignore it. Being kind of, I wouldn't say I'm like a huge like influencer on social media like a lot of other dancers who like are big on TikTok and stuff like that, but just kind of like watching like what I say, what I post. I never want to post anything that's gonna make anyone feel any type of way, or what's the word? Make them feel ugly if I post something, because I have seen that on Facebook or like TikTok. Someone posts something and then they're getting blasted because they offended somebody. So I'm just kind of always watching what I post, what I say, because I know a lot of young girls look up to me, so I never want to show them any kind of negativity or anything like that. I try to be as positive as I can. Try to show them kindness all the time. To the ones that are nice to me. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you, basically. Yeah. So yeah, thick
That's
skin.
why I'm nice to you.
Because you're nice to me.
That's why I'm nice to you. Because I don't actually know, so this question might not mean anything. But obviously, when you go to powwows, there's like so many different cultures, different indigenous cultures all across North America.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to maybe change your style of dancing depending on which nation you're on,
like which region I'm in or anything?
Right, like maybe they prefer something, and like this could not mean anything.
No, that's a really good question. Yeah. That's wow, you must do your research.
Well, I'm just like I know because like when I just relate everything to boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending which province we're in.
Yeah,
like I'll change some things how I fight because of how the judges judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Alberta, they're really not as strict on the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be a little bit more dirty.
Oh, okay.
You can do a little bit more like shoving.
Yeah.
Whereas here they really like just like the Olympic style boxing where it's like, and if you push too much, you'll get points taken away and stuff. Wow. And then if you go to Manitoba, it's different there. So
yeah,
again, boxing, it's like that.
Oh, I did not know that.
And like, yeah, so it's like a little bit more gritty in Alberta compared to other provinces, and like, so then that's where that question comes from.
Okay, yeah. I would have to say in Canada, like more Saskatchewan and Alberta. This is just from observation. I could be wrong, but this is just from my experience dancing for, how old am I? I'm going to be 29 this year. So like the 28, 27 years I've been dancing, I would say Saskatchewan and Alberta.
27 years?
You're
going to be 29?
I'm going to be 29.
Since you're 2?
Yeah. My whole life I've been dancing.
Dang.
Yeah. I think they like the more flashier stuff in Saskatchewan and Alberta, and more of like with my dancing. If you were to ask me about my style, I'm about the footwork. I'm all about what I do on my left side, I do on my right side. I'm all about straight up footwork because that's how I was taught. That's kind of the style I developed from me. If you're to look at a video of my mom, me and her don't dance the exact same, even though she's the reason why I wanted to dance fancy. I knew I didn't want to dance exactly like her. I wanted to have my own style. So with my style, it's all footwork. And I noticed kind of up here, they like the spinny, like kicking, flashy stuff. So when I do dance in Saskatchewan and Alberta, I try to have like my shiniest, flashiest stuff I can wear. And then more in the States, I would feel like they're more laid back. So I'm able to that's kind of why I like dancing in the US a little bit more. I like dancing in Canada, obviously. That's where I'm from. But I find in the US, I can kind of be more me, and I can wear, I'm not a person that's into like neon or those kind of stuff, but I kind of like keeping it not traditional colors, but more toned down, I guess, a little bit with my shawls and dresses and beadwork. So I kind of can wear what I want in the US. But yeah, when I'm in Saskatchewan and Alberta, that's what they like, is what I noticed. Like flashy neon. I find I don't do as much footwork up here, but I still, I'm not going to change myself for another powwow, but I just I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wear like my shiniest shawl at this powwow, and I'm still gonna dance like me, but maybe I'm gonna spin a little bit more, or I'm gonna maybe kick a little bit more and do like some footwork here. But so yeah, just little things like that. That's what I've noticed about Saskatchewan and Alberta.
Yeah. Which is like, I don't think it's anything with like whether you're dancing like you or not, because I feel like you are every time.
Yeah.
Like when I change something when I'm boxing, I don't think I'm not boxing like me anymore.
Yeah,
it's just like sometimes like the person I'm fighting is a little bit tall.
Yeah.
So I got to change something. Just like a little bit, but it's still mostly going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's just like little adjustments, little, and sometimes, and you, in these kind of things, like I always have to think about the judges. Like, what are the judges seeing?
Exactly.
How are they perceiving this too? Which sometimes is annoying because then sometimes you can't have as much fun as you want.
Yeah.
Because they're like fun. That's, you're not winning a fight.
Yeah.
Or a dance, but having fun.
Yeah.
You have to punch this person more than he's punching you.
And you have to beat all these other girls.
Yeah.
So totally know what you mean.
And then speaking about your mom, do you think about your mom a lot when you're dancing?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, all the time. She kind of taught me to always to find a reason why you dance. Like, it's good to, if you want to dance, but find that reason of why you want to dance. So for my mom, she had a sister. She passed away in the 70s from leukemia. She was just a young girl at the time. And back then my mom was more into rodeo than powwows, and it was her sister that really wanted to be the powwow dancer. So after she passed away, my mom wasn't really happy with where she was at in life. She was not happy in her marriage. Just wasn't happy at all. And she had a dream about her sister already passed away. She had a dream of her little sister. She came to see her in the middle of the night while she was sleeping, and she just basically said, like, I wanted to dance. Like, I can't dance now because I'm not here anymore, and you're just like wasting your life away, because she was like really sad at the time. So she's like, I want you to dance, because I didn't get the chance to. So my mom woke up and thinking she was going to see her, and she's not there. So after that, my mom worked really, really hard. She tells me about all the time she would run like 5 miles every day. She had me and my sister. We were just little then, and she trained super, super hard. She ran marathons. She did everything, and she made herself into a world champion from all the hard work that she did. So hearing that and hearing why she danced, I knew that the reason why I wanted to dance was for her, because she inspired me so much when I was younger. So every time I dance, I always think of my mom. Right now, she's not dancing just because of some health issues, but she's fine. But I knew I wanted to keep dancing for her because I know it gives her strength. I dance for my grandparents. They always like to watch me dance. They're both gone now, but I always think of them, and I knew it made them happy to see me dance too. So I mainly dance for them. That's kind of my reason why, is because I know it made them happy, and I always like dancing and knowing they're in the stands watching. My mom doesn't travel as much as she can, so whenever there's like a live stream, she'll always watch me. And same with my late nookum, she always watched me on the live stream. My uncle would set it up for her, and she would call me and say, "You did really good last night," or "What place did you get?" or "Where are you going next?" So I owe a lot to them. They're the reason why I keep dancing, and I hope I continue dancing till I don't know, in my 80s.
Was she critical too? Like,
My mom?
Did she like tell you if?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be straight up with me. She won't
good.
sugarcoat anything. She'll say, "You need to pick it up," or "Were you running last week? You didn't look like you're kind of slowing down there." I'm like, okay. But it's tough. It's criticism. Like, I'm gonna take it from her. So I try not to get offended, but I take what she says. I'm like, "Okay, I need to run more," or "Okay, I need to lift weights because she said my arms were down too much," or if I'm gonna listen to anyone, it's gonna be my mom, who trained, danced at all these powwows all over the place, traveled all over the place, won all these championships. So I'll take her word over anyone's any day.
And what did she do in the rodeo?
We grew up in a cowboy family. If you've ever been to Maple Creek, it's straight up cowboy country.
Okay.
So she was into barrel racing, actually, and she really, really wanted to like get serious with that route. She wanted to be a barrel racer, but after she lost her sister, she had that dream. She kind of changed directions and went the power route. But she tells me to this day, she's like, "I always wish I went the rodeo route." I was like, "Yeah, you probably would have been like a real big rodeo champion."
Did she still do it like as a hobby? Like,
not as much. She was too busy with all her kids, powwowing, traveling. So, because it does take up a lot of your time. Like, I always wish I tried basketball, like I did when I was in high school. But when I'm the age I'm at now, I wish my partner's really into basketball, and he goes to all these tournaments still. And I wish like I was into basketball like him, like a good player. I think I'm too scared to go out there and like look dumb trying to play basketball. So I really wish I like took that serious. Because powwows take up all your time. I feel like in the summertime, then in the off season, quote unquote, like there's still powwows going on. So you kind of don't really you can make it work and like do basketball and other stuff, but I was just too focused on powwows, wanting to be the best, wanting to win all these competitions. So
well, it paid off.
Yeah.
Can you ride a horse?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Of course.
Yes. I haven't rode a horse in a long time, but when I was young, we used to ride lots. Mm-hmm. But I had a horse take off on me.
Oh my God.
And like run through the forest.
Yeah.
And it was one of the scariest things I've
really
ever.
Oh
I was just
God.
like hanging on. And then I just remember it coming to a fence.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to jump over the fence. And that's all I was thinking. Like, I'm going to die.
This is it?
Yeah. But then it just stopped. And I just jumped off.
Oh my God. That's scary.
Yeah. And then a couple summers later, I remember a horse trying to get my sister off. Mm-hmm. Like, it went to the hay and was like trying to scrape her off.
Oh, yeah.
And then it just rolled over her.
Really? Well, he could have killed her.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So horses don't like the Smiths.
We are not horse people.
We're not horse people. Okay, so in the dancing world, mm-hmm. Other than obviously your mother, mm-hmm. who are some of your like idols or people you really look up to?
Probably besides my mom, my adopted sister Candice Gadwa. She lives here in the city. She's If you ever look her up on YouTube, and there's a couple of videos of her dancing in spotlights, and man, it was just all footwork. That's all she did, and like the song would get faster and faster, and she would just get faster with her footwork. So she's kind of the one I took as my inspiration, and try to incorporate footwork into my style, because I looked up to her and I seen how she was just all footwork, and she still dances to this day. She kind of helps me with a lot of my outfits too, like my shawls and dresses. She's an amazing seamstress. She grew up with my older sister Christy, so she's been a part of our family for a really long time. So she's probably one of my biggest idols. I have a couple more, like a lady, her name's Tungshi Claremont. She's from Colorado. I really liked how she danced, and I like that she like has her master's in like kinesiology. So I really looked up to her in that world too, because I'm like, wow, she's like a champion dancer, and she's like an educator. Like she went to school, like she got her master's. Like I'm gonna do that too. So I like that she kind of had that balance too, of like being the best in like the mainstream education world, and then being like a champion dancer, which is kind of what I wanted to be. I wanted to be good in both worlds. So I really liked her. Another one is probably Bobby Lynn Frederick. She's from North Dakota. She's always been nice to me. She's a really awesome dancer. If you ever watch her, she's really small, like not tall, but she's a really like bouncy when she dances. I've looked up to her since I was little. She still dances to this day. She's in Senior Women's too. But yeah, those three I probably have to say, just because they've always been nice to me all these years. They've always been welcoming and encouraging. Um, yeah. Besides my mom, I would have to say those three are pretty up there with who I look up to and who I idolize.
That's cool.
Yeah.
One thing I always was like a little bit confused about, and there's probably a reason.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and find out right now.
Yeah.
But something I've noticed in the powwow world is there's not a lot of like coaching or lessons or teaching. It doesn't seem like if anyone wants to box, they can find a gym and go box.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to go fancy dance, what do they do? Where do they
Yeah.
go?
Yeah, true. I've taught some young girls here and there. Like an old teacher of mine had two daughters that asked me if I'd go teach his daughters how to dance. So I did that for a little bit. We would just go meet at this gym in Saskatoon, and I would do it. And it was fun, but I feel like teaching dance is different from boxing. Like for me, I'm glad I was able to like teach them what I could, but it wasn't like fun. I don't know. I just found like it was taking the fun out of it because I was teaching it like a class. And I feel like the best way you can learn is literally watching YouTube videos. Look up Woman's Fancy, watch how there's so many amazing shawl dancers out there. You can watch so many videos of them. Social media is a big thing with like TikTok and people posting videos of themselves, and then just like practicing by yourself. Like go in your basement, get a mirror, or go in a room with a bunch of mirrors and just like dance. That's literally, I think, the only way you can learn. I obviously had my mom to teach me. She taught me like moves, how to move my head, but literally just watch from like even going to a powwow and watching them dance and seeing how they move their heads, how they move their arms, YouTube videos. But yeah, I've always kind of thought about doing something like opening like a dance type thing and teaching dance, but I'd probably have to bring in other dancers because I think I'd get too burnt out from trying to teach it, because it's not hard, but again, it feels more wholesome if you're like practicing on your own, and then it's probably nice to have like guidance, like how I had my mom. So that's kind of always been on the back of my mind, like opening something like that, like a powwow gym or something.
You know what would be maybe a cool idea is where like you open something, but like you don't necessarily have to like instruct for an hour.
Yeah.
You can just let people come in, practice, and then just like guide.
Yeah.
Instead of like sitting there and like being like, you're obviously going to be involved in like helping these people, but it doesn't have to be like a strict hour, like do what I do. Now you do it. Now I'm going to do the next step. It could be more like come here to practice, and then like I could guide.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Which might be like easier for the coach to, because even for me, like when I'm coaching, like I think of like when I think of like a dance instructor, like ballet or something, I feel like I always see the coach is doing what the class is doing.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm like, do this.
You're chilling on your phone and watching them suffer.
I'm like, and then like if I see something, then I guide it.
Yeah,
you know, so
exactly.
like, that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah,
it's like I'll like show, and then I'll guide, and then like go and repeat that 100 times.
Yeah, exactly. That's, I never thought of it like that.
And then I'm not like, but then always when I see dancers, whether it's ballet or whatever, whenever I see a video online, the coach is doing exactly what the class is doing, I'm like, oh my,
like F that.
Even like spin.
Yeah, they're doing it too.
Like
right?
Jess, she's sitting there instructing,
talking
doing exactly
on the mic.
What we're doing, and I'm just like, I'm struggling. I'm not talking, and I'm dying over here.
I'd be breathing hard trying to talk on the mic. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Take this out of the podcast. Someone will steal
our
idea.
I know. I know.
Let's take our idea. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Because even if you try to like go practice at like the gyms that have mirrors and you go in there, then say someone walks in there and they're doing their little workout, then you don't want to practice in front of them because you feel shy. Even I feel shy. Like I can dance in front of thousands, but if there's like these people over there trying to work out and I'm trying to practice dancing, I'm like, never mind. I'll just cut it short. So yeah, that's a good idea to have a space like that for dancers to come practice. You know, if there's like little weights or something, they can go hit the weights. Yeah.
So what's like a takeaway, or like one of the biggest takeaways, or like maybe even lessons, life, like a lesson that you could also apply to life that you've taken away from power dancing?
Probably, that's that's not a tough one. Just work hard in everything that you do would probably be my biggest takeaway is work. Yeah, I'm working hard in this power world and in my dancing and in my physical activity, and I'm putting in all this effort. Like, okay, now I should go put the same effort into my schooling. I should go put this effort into my relationship with my family, with my partner, with my body, with making sure I put good things in my body, that I don't go down, the wrong road in life. And so many of our young people are, get caught up in the drugs and alcohol scene, or their mental health isn't doing good. So just putting in that same hard work ethic that I'm putting in over here, I'm going to go put that in the same over here. So that's kind of where I try to find that balance in my life and making sure I'm feeding all areas of myself. So mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, that they're all balanced. I'm not just focusing on one thing. So that's probably my biggest takeaway from dancing and powwows is it's good I'm doing all that over here, but I need to prioritize this part of me. Or maybe I don't have a good relationship with my sister right now, or my brother right now, or this person's sick, or this person's dealing with addictions. So just having balance in your life and making sure that looking at life like a team of horses, kind of a big lesson that I've learned from my late grandpa is if one horse is out of balance, your other horse is going to go this way. And then your team of horses, they're not going to be balanced. So I try to look at my life as like a team of horses, because I come from, a horse family where we all love horses, but looking at life like that everything needs to stay in balance in order for your team to go forward in a smooth direction.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, we're coming up to an hour here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Flew by.
That's good. That was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
That was awesome. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything you want to say or promote or talk about.
No, I think I said everything. I really like the questions you asked. Thanks for inviting me. It's nice to talk. I feel like through this pregnancy, I've been just kind of on my own, doing my own thing, like, because you didn't even know. So I haven't even been telling anyone. So it's nice to just like talk about powwows.
I can't believe you kept that from me. After everything we've been through.
How long I've known you. So yeah, no, thank you. I'm really glad I came. I was like, last minute, I was like, ugh, I don't know if I should go. I was like, no, I better go. I keep canceling out on him. I'll go.
No, I'm glad you came.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I honestly, you're like, it's not that we see each other all the time.
Yeah.
But when we do, it's like it's the same.
Yeah,
It's
and I like that we have that friendship. Yeah.
And you're one of my favorite people to watch and just to like check in on. I'll just message you on Snapchat.
Yeah.
What are you up to? And then you'll be like,
where you at?
I'm here doing this. And I'm like, oh, wicked.
Yeah, no, I
just
like that.
Check in and see where you're at, see what you're up to. Cause yeah, you have a cool life. You do a lot of things and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Awesome.